What up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Bojangles here, about to show out a new game that me and my buddy have been running with. Not necessarily a new game, but new to us. Is this CrossOut game, kind of a throwback to like Twisted Metal, is what I would compare it to. So, the object of the game is that you are given parts, and as you level up, you get more parts to build a car, something like this one right here, which is what I'm going to go through and show you guys. I wish I could get that off my screen without having to do the mission, but we'll deal with it. So, the parts that you put onto your car add to the car's power score, which is essentially like your level. It determines who you're going against and the strength of those cars. So if you've got, say, a 3,000 power score, you're going to go against higher cars with more weapons that do more damage and such. So sometimes you can get your power score a little bit higher, more quickly than you want to, because you'll go out there and your armor's not up to par with the weapons that are out there. Like, I've made a few cars that were in the 3,000. Well, now I have a few cars that are higher than that, but early on in the game I made a few cars that got up to the 3,000s, and I would take one shot from a cannon, and my car would essentially just be done, dead in the water, no wheels, and just spinning around. So lately I have been experimenting with pretty good aggressive builds at a lower level, trying to stay anywhere between like 15 and 25 as a power score. Like I said, I have a couple cars that are like 5,000, 4,000, stuff like that. So I like to go out there and compete at the higher levels, but to have a little bit more fun, especially if you're playing with somebody who is new to the game, or if you're new to the game yourself, you want to try and keep your stuff nice and low. So we'll go ahead and show you how you could build something like this. This is actually a new build that I just made, but I have enjoyed it so far. Let's just go ahead and hold left trigger and get to the build part. So I am playing on Xbox. I'm not sure if this game is cross-platform, to be honest with you. I probably should do my research on that, but I don't think it is. It seems like it would be better as a computer game, but I don't think I've seen any like PC players or like any symbols indicating that was different. So I just want to talk about a couple of things before we get into it. These are the bores. You can go get these in the marketplace for I think it was like $155 I paid per bore of coin. Now this right here I got from a pack, but you can also get it in the marketplace for cheaper. But I would suggest even just using the Lupra shotgun, which still uses 3 energy, but is a far less power score as far as this goes. I think the Lupra is like a 150 or something like that, as the let me save this, by the way, to make sure I did. As to where the sledgehammer is a 450. So okay, we'll go back into there. Now, what I have learned, or what I like to do, especially even for bigger builds, is I like to use a smaller cabin, and I would suggest going into the marketplace and getting the free pack that's called Snappy, and using that, because it gives you the duster. I'm pretty sure this is what I'm about to use here. So this cabin right here, the duster, it only has a 250 power score, but it has 9 energy. Now, you've got something here like the Tusk, which is 12, and its power score is at 1,800. Just super high. I mean, the power and all that stuff is higher too, but like as far as energy goes in comparison, you know what I'm saying? And then this one, again, the PowerScore 160, it's only 7. This is a 250, it's only 8. This is also a 250, it's also 8. Then you get to the 750, which adds 2 more. But that's what I was going to say, is I've learned that if you can get a generator, use the smaller engine, especially if you have the Duster, and then you put in, boom, a generator that adds 2. So my 250 with my 410 is only at 660, so it's lower than this 750 here. So you can keep your PowerScore but have just as much energy, actually more, because the Duster with the generator gives you 11, so you're able to have more guns because these guns take a power source. As you can see, machine guns are here, the SM Hornet and the LM54 Cord. They both only take 2. Now the Vector, which is a higher rarity, it takes 3. And then for some reason, all shotguns take 3. This Lupra is 255, and then the Sledgehammer, which is 450, it takes 3. So even the basic Sledgehammer takes 3. I'm not sure why it does that. But so anyways, as you can see, I took a frame, and I laid my frame out. Then I take my Duster, and I usually sit the Duster on the back half here. Okay. And so I did something a little bit different for this build. I usually don't. I usually give the car a like cleaner looking front end. Like usually I would use like the whale back, but for this one I just said screw it. Let's just put on some steel there to block some shots going in the cabin, because the cabin's really what you want to protect. Everything can get shot and fall off, and you'll essentially be okay. But if the cabin takes damage and is destroyed, it's game over. You're out of the race. So, well, and you could add wheels right now if you wanted to. Sometimes I wait to add my wheels into the end so that I can place them like in places that look like wheels should go, or in where they fit, because I want to make sure I got the room for my weapons out the gate. So for this build, you're going to want the bores. Double down on the bores here. These do a lot of damage. They're pretty durable too, so they can take a good amount of shots, because you do have people, my friend Manny, Detroit XV on Xbox One, he is a gun shooter. He drives around and literally tries to do nothing but shoot the weapons off of your car so that you're essentially useless. So the next weapon I put here is the Sledgehammer, but honestly, like, if you don't have it, just use the Lupra. I'll put that on here for now, and I'll run the Lupra to show you guys. Same amount of energy drain. I'm actually not going to put the generator on this build. I'm just going to put, I don't think I had the last one, to be honest. I think I had the Hornet, but we'll run with that since we don't got the Sledgehammer on this. Boom. Okay. Now, go ahead and go with the wheels here. Boom. And you click left trigger to duplicate the little thing, so you don't have to constantly click start to go into your storage. And as you can see, I can't go to it, but up in the top, it shows you all your stuff. If you click right trigger, it takes away, what they do. So if you get used to what they do, then you don't really get to see it. But I keep it up there for the videos. So this, if you click left directional, it'll show you exactly where you have the ability to place things. So that allows you to know where armor goes. And that's basically all we're focusing on here at the end of this, is the armor to protect the car. I like to use the rear van door. It shouldn't. You gotta be careful too. If you put too much armor, like if say you put like a door here that goes up, it will block your guns, and then when you're in game, your guns will only be able to fire when they're aiming in a certain direction. So that is something to be weary of. Now, there are pieces of armor that would fit better in this area, but I went with the side door for the vans. I clicked Y, and then I hit X. Not do that right. Place that there. I feel like the van, they're pretty durable, the van doors. They are my favorite as of right now. They're my first choice. Also, they give you a lot of them. It seems like as I've leveled up, I have gotten a lot of van doors. So I have like 8. Let's see. Yeah, I have 8. I have 6 left. So like, I could totally almost encase this whole thing in van doors, which maybe for this. Oh, what's my PowerScore at? Yeah, see, I did the Lupra, so it's different. See, so if you want to go a little bit higher than 16, because my initial build was higher, then you could add more armor. This would protect the cabin even more, as well as protect the machine gun a little bit, which is nice. Stop people from shooting it off. I don't think it should block the view too much. Alright. Now the last thing you can do is you can go down to the paints and then like decals. Now stuff like this, the exhaust, it doesn't do anything necessarily. It raises your power score, and it will like gain your reputation. So if you're trying to level up and go through the ranks a little bit quicker, and you don't mind raising your power score a little bit, you could throw stuff like that on there. Right now we're not going to use it for this video. Maybe I'll check out this bad boy. There we go. I had a little extra. Alright, that's cool. Now I'm going to use my bore scale because I like that paint the best. Boom. There you go. The power score is 1724, which is not very high. I mean, like, I think when you first start, your cars are like in the 900s. So, so having a 17, you're still in the early stages of builds, and if you're able to get those bores, they do a lot of damage. So these cars don't have the armor to necessarily protect them against that. Plus, usually I have the sledgehammer, like I said, which is packing a lot of hits. So we'll see how this build goes. A little bit different than the original one, and I'll run a game or two with this, and then I'll show you the one with my my parts that have a higher rarity, which might be a little bit harder to access at first. So we'll keep it simple. It looks like a pretty full game. Now, these names like Edward, Isabella, Joran, Robin, those are bots. Yep.
I see the enemy. Be careful.
That's one thing you gotta worry about in this game. I hate my teammates. They do not care about you trying to set up what you're doing. You can be in position first and straight to the drive. Let's see if I got guns. Should have been my kill, but we'll take the place. usually I do builds like that right there, where you can trap them in, but it's harder to be mobile. So I've started just going with the smaller clip cars where I can get in, chill them out and get out of there. Oh, they're taking our base. Nobody pays. That's one thing about this game too. Everybody's kill hungry. That's what I was saying. They don't care about you. They will ram you straight out of the way of your own kill. Like you can have done all the work. They don't give a shit. This guy got the W, I think. Oh, I got it. Got 2 kills there, as you can see though, a good run. Didn't seem to block the gun any. But yeah, like as you've seen, I got trapped by my own teammate 2 times. I used to do my builds like that, to where you build, like a horseshoe, a U shape, and you put, spikes or your bore down there. Some people have the buzzsaw, which I gotta get. I want that because what I would like to do is have the U shape and have my bores on the inside and the buzzsaws on the edges. But we're not there yet. We'll get there. So right now we've been running the bores just on a smaller build, so I can go pretty quick and ram people. Ram people, shoot them, get out of there. Like I said, the U-shaped design is a lot harder to be mobile with. It's not very agile. Oop, catching a little bit of lag in the stream there, and we lost the stream. Nice. Let's go ahead and reconnect. A little bit of technical difficulty. I'm going to pull a move like they did, and I'm just going to go straight to their base. Hey, go to our base, man. They're already there taking it. What are you guys doing? Alright, I'm in their base to force some of them to come out of it. This guy over here. Ooh, this chocolate man. I'm still in their base. I took my guy out.
Stay frosty. Push it to the base now.
Oh no. I'm gonna pass it. Oh.
We lost, guys.
What a crushing defeat right there. Should have definitely won that one, but as you can see, the teammates, they're more worried about getting kills than they necessarily are wins, I feel like, a lot of time. So it's better to have like a group of people that you're playing, or to find some people to play with, like that rando that was just talking on the mic. Probably wouldn't have been a bad guy to pick up. Not too many people play this. There's sometimes where you can get into a game and there's a good amount of bots, so those games are easier to deal with because the bots, will rush the base if it starts to get overtaken. But for some reason, the people who you would imagine would be smarter than the robots are not. So, oh look, we got Pikachu. Oh no. This gets close to each. I'm just gonna pull slick one. I'm going straight to the base. With my little, I'm calling this thing like the tick or the mite over here. Just thing's little tiny thing that'll bite you. Crazy house is here.
The enemy is attacking your
This
base.
weird build, whatever that is. Oh, okay. Oh, come on, crazy house. You want to get behind you like that? Come on, stop going forward, you idiot. Back the fuck up. Jesus Christ. See what I'm saying? People don't be playing smart in this game. I don't know what the fuck. Honestly, I come to this spot and attack their base because I thought I would get to be more aggressive. People would rush me more.
It's all under our control.
Yeah, no, that works out. Yeah, man. We'll run another one or two of these, and then I'll show you one of my bigger builds just to show you the difference in like your competition. Because the like you just see me tearing people over now. When you get into the higher power score, people have a stronger weapon. So
This time, do it.
it can get pretty gnarly, man. Look at this guy with his turbo. Get off me, bro. Just in that fucking way.
I see the enemy. Let's kill
Don't you know I'm a fucking mess? And I'm here trying to get some kills. Oh, man. If you don't have a car jack, by the way, you're stuck like that guy. Oh my god, my own guy. It's just right here. See? Every man for himself in this game. Ain't no fucking helping in the lifeboats here. Damn. I killed him. If you hold down both the sticks when you're in trouble, it will you will blow yourself up at that point. You're able to do damage instead of just dying. But yeah, so you're able to do damage instead of just die. And it's beneficial to see right there. I have taken a good amount of damage. I was going to kill him. He blew up. Took both of us out. I still got my kill, but you know, you got me too.
Unbelievable. What could possibly have gone wrong?
Shit is crazy. Yeah, I always forget to do that, by the way. It's a fucking problem. I don't know, I'm always like, I'm the one who's just like, still just shooting as I'm like that guy in the movie who like getting anybody's on me. I'm like, just go, and I just start shooting as I'm like, no, I'm gonna get them all. That's like how I play this game. Manny, he'll knowingly like kill himself because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck someone up. I'm just like, I go out shooting, man. I'm like, I can never just blow myself up. I get that you're still kind of gonna kill and stuff, but I'm like, I don't know. At that point, I feel like it's out of my hands. So that's my reasoning why I forget.
Focus. Go out. Let's ride.
All right. We got Salty Fish, Kingo.
The enemy is right ahead.
Oh,
Congratulations, soldiers.
oh, that was me. My guy couldn't see the game tag. That was stupid. Oh, weird. He's got my same build almost. Is he watching my stream? Damn. Did I just get my wheel taken out from a guy watching my stream? I swear he just copied my build. I got no wheels. Oh, 2 wheels. It's chaos. Fire guy right here, man. I need to invest in a flamethrower or something, apparently. Jesus Christ. Dead inside. He is pretty much. That's a good name because he's dead inside this game right now. He's got no wheels and his gun's about to go. Sticky fish, salty fish, not sticky fish. Also, had no gun. See, that's what I was telling you. You gotta be careful. You gotta do your armor smart because if you don't, you got people like Detroit XV who will come and shoot off your guns. People go out there and they aim specifically for your guns or your wheels. So I don't armor my wheels as much because I usually put more than 4 wheels on. I usually have like 6 wheels. Kind of trying to do like a tank thing because I don't have the tank wheels or belts, whatever you would call that, unlocked yet. So I try to have as many wheels as I can. With this little build, I didn't have the room to put all those wheels, so that's why we're running the 2-wheel thing. But I made sure I encased at least one of my guns so it's hanging out. Oh no! No! I just fell right into my own section. Who the fuck? Who puts bores on their car and just runs into people? Pieces of shit. Who the fuck fixes this with their car? I got by my own shit. It feels the worst when you're like a trapper type build or like a build like that type of car.
I want to get regular storage.
Alright, we'll run one more with this build, and then I will run one with my other build so you guys can see the difference. Because I thought that was a bad last one with this car getting killed by my own devices. Alright, let's run it, guys. Look at this guy. This game makes me think of like Mad Max meets Twisted Metal. That's exactly how I feel about this. Oh no, that was almost really bad for us because I do not have a car jack. Oh shit, dude. Man. There we go, enemy destroyed. We're missing a wheel, we're gonna run, spin around. So, bitch, I might die, but I'm taking you with me. Bam. Alright, 1 kill. And I fucked up homeboy. See, it's a good thing I had the medium wheel. Oh, wow. Wow. Hey, what happened there, Kidman? 1992? Oh, he shot himself up. Oh, this guy is a G. He's like a body with no arms and legs, but he's like, I'm gonna do it myself. Let's see who else. We got Blood Moon over here. He's our last hope. He can't seem to. He's trying so hard. Oh my god. Oh, that was hilarious. He was trying so hard to turn and get him in the grips, but he just couldn't figure out his rotations. That was hilarious. Oh yeah, give me that shit. Alright, let's see a different build, shall we? Here's my 4,000. I dropped this bad boy down a little bit. Now see, this is I'm using the Tusk engine. I'm pretty sure I have the generator on this bad boy. Ooh, let's try and get rid of that lag real quick. Yep. So there's the generator. I was going to run a cannon out of this. That's why I got this up here, and I did have the cannon there. So in the back right here, I had 2 generators stacked, but I don't need those to not run the cannon. Alright guys, let's go ahead and run with the... It needs a little bit... I took a lot of armor off because I was playing with my buddy. He was a lower level, so this build actually should have a little bit more armor to protect the wheels. That's what I did have, but we took it off. I forgot to put it back on, so. Now you can put radars on your car. When you're lower level, it takes up some of your positions for what you can. Oh no! Don't flip me! Don't flip me! He fucking flipped me. I don't have a car jack, so this is damn. That went from like really good to really bad super fast. Like super fast. I went from about to show you like, hell yeah, this car's dope. Like I come flying in, took the whole front end off of that fucker's car, and then he couldn't. See, the car jack takes like 1 energy, so it's just like, do you have 1 energy to spare? Maybe that takes away from the gun, which is what you feel like sets your build apart, whatever. So it's a good take. That's why I tend to try and do more wheels, and like sometimes I think that's also like that U shape. You know, if you do the U, it kind of balances you out a little bit. It does slow you down, but yeah, that's what the give and take is. You got to figure out what works best for you. I'm going to continue to do build videos every so often to show you guys. Maybe I'll dive into this build right here. Maybe next time we'll just do one straight from scratch. But we'll run one more game with this car before I get out of here. And hopefully I won't die. Oh, see, there you go, dude. That's how you do it. You blow yourself up and get a kill still. This is the last guy right here. Yeah, the urinator.
That's some fancy shooting, boys.
Ooh, and the victory still. I got all that for just dying miserably very quickly. And you can see, right now, you can see all the stuff on the maps, all those like little logos, banners, whatever the hell you want to call them. Those are different game modes and missions and stuff. There's like somewhat of a story mode type of deal. It's not like a super in-depth story mode. It's kind of like, you know, you're just doing the missions against robots, and people pop up and are like, hey, what are you doing? Send the leader out. And like they come and attack you as you're finishing up your mission and whatnot. But it's a pretty fun game, man. Especially if you enjoyed Twisted Metal as a kid. Fuck. Made a mistake there. I just pretty much drove right into the lion's den. On that one, boys. All of a sudden, oh, look at this guy here. Like a hover tank. That's crazy. What was that, man? I didn't catch
I
that.
sent him back where he came from.
Hello? What's up?
Another one bites the dust.
What'd you say? Yeah, bro, I died. You guys are slow, man. You're coming off the bridge right quick.
It's not even funny.
Alright, guys. That's it for me. Check me out next time. We'll do another build video here soon. Maybe later today. I'll look at. We're getting an invite from the little squeaker. But we're gonna. He's really eager for me to join him. But anyways, maybe next time we will do a heavier build instead of a lightweight build, kind of something like I've got here now, and we'll go from there. So, peace.